Greetings. I'm back. My name is Arasolo. I'm gonna try and piece another part of video. On my last one, I think I left talking about partly my beginning 3 years with my artwork, and how one of my pieces led me to reading the Bible, and how I started studying the Bible a little more and into my revelation. My topic, of course, is eschatology. So what I want to do today, I want to show a couple of my pieces of work. We'll see how that's going to happen, but I also mentioned in the last video that after my revelation, I started actually technically prophesying, talking to people about my experience. And of course, it was too early and it was very young, and I anticipated certain things. I basically, my main revelation was a timeline from beginning to end. I guess basically what I'm going to explain with my pieces, the Alpha Omega, was coming out in my work at the beginning. So because of that, that's really what I learned, that the timeline of the plan of God that's basically revealed in the Bible in metaphor, sacred secrets of God. Lots of people call them treasures, and that's what they are. And that's part of what I learned. I learned to decipher some metaphors, and that's going to be the real meat that I want to get to. But I do feel that it's kind of important that I show these two pieces, because one of them was 92, the beginning. That's a piece that led me to read the Bible. The other piece has the same story, that was like 1993. That's after I've already been learning some more. So let me see if I can go with this piece. I have it in a shadow box, and I don't know if it's gonna be easy to see, but there's the face, and there's the little hands, and of course the burst, which signifies to be the sun, and then the little angel, the wings. And this is where I want, this is this lines over here were not in, they were not in confirm with each other. These are different, so that's where I found the Alpha Omega, right around this area. Let me take it off the shadow box. Okay, maybe it's a little better there. Okay, yeah, now you can identify, you can see what I mean by the distortion of the difference in the texture of the lines on this side versus this side. And right there is where there was the Alpha Omega. I can still, with almost my naked eye with the magnifying glass, read the 276. The alpha has gotten distorted, like that can happen with wood after it's get exposed to the light and everything. But anyway, and I also wanted to show the back of the wood, because this was planed, and after it was planed is when the image came out. I can't show you the back of this because I have it glued to this board here, but I have another piece of wood that's the same kind of lumber that we were using, and this is how it looks when it was all rough before planing. We planed the first side, and that's when we discovered that it was twisted, and I explained the story in my earlier video. So anyway, my other piece basically has the same story. And what I'm going to do, I don't want to move the camera. I'm going to bring the piece as close as I can. There is basically the full picture, and this also happened. The image was on the what is the first layer of a tree, which brings to the story of the first layer and the last layer. When it's a twig, when it's being born, it's basically the first layer, and as it grows, that first layer ends up coming to the end. So it is the first and it is the last, or if you look at it, you count the rings on a tree. Going the other side, you have the first and last, or last and first. You know, either way you go, you end up with first and last. So the other thing is that I only enhanced with color. Of course, the body and the hair. Look at this here. The face, I basically didn't do any enhancing. That's the way it's natural. Now here comes the arm, right here, to the hand. Now the hand is holding a cross with the Alpha Omega symbol on it. So it's got a double story on it. Alpha Omega on the layer of the tree, and Alpha Omega on the cross. If a blind person was to come and touch it, it's like Braille. It's like Braille, and you can actually touch the Alpha and the Omega. You touch the cross, you can feel the hand, and it's got that kind of Braille outlining the image everywhere. And then on the cloak over here, it basically has again the Omega symbol. So I wanted to show these pieces simply because they were at the beginning of my journey. Like I said, the Virgen was what led me to the Bible. This happened later after I was learning a lot more. That's why I have pieces of scripture tagged on to the piece. It's another one there that it's not really important for me to explain it now, but maybe later on it'll come out. But I kind of feel that it was important for me to kind of show these pieces before I get, like I say, to the real milk and honey, which will probably be on my next video. I will try, and I get a little reflection from my window, so I'll try and kind of show it, and see, that's a good picture, I think. There, that's a good that you can see the Alpha Omega, the cross, the hand, his face, and then of course the other hand is coming right over here, kind of pointing, which I also didn't do any enhancement on that, left it natural. So anyway, this piece kind of happened, and I will maybe tell the story how it all happened, how I found the piece in a big piece of in a big tree, a huge tree that was across the river, and we were going to use it as a bridge. So I had to yank what was swollen up. And that's how I landed with this piece, and threw it in my truck because it was big enough that I kind of thought I'd do a painting. And then when I finally started looking at it, I saw the image, and it really kind of threw me off for a flip, especially with Alpha Omega over here. So anyway, that's it. I'll put it back, and I will start maybe figuring out how I'm going to do some of these revelation, how I'm going to translate the revelations of the metaphors on the whole, basically, Book of Revelation, some of the images of the prophets in the Old Testament, some of the parables of the gospel. They're a little easier to understand, but they also have metaphor that the general reader normally doesn't catch, and that's what I'm trying to get to in my as I go along. Right now, I think I will end this segment. So I will leave you with a little prayer that I put together myself. Let's allow God into our hearts so our soiled thoughts go away. Thank you. Bye.